Hello, everyone, and welcome to No One Has to Die. Choose who lives and dies. Your decisions change everything. So this game looks pretty neat. Hopefully, it is showing up well on stream. I kind of took a lot of time to crop it, but yeah, this is a game where no one has to die. Urgent: the Phoenix Corporation headquarters security has been compromised. All personnel evacuate immediately. Tempest engage. Security room locked. I turn down my volume a bit. It's a little bit intense right out of the gate, but pretty cool music. Visitors logged on to the communications network. Hello, is anyone there? What the hell is going on here? There's a fire, everybody evacuate. Oh, it's you, Chris. This is pretty bad. Steve, why are you still here? I was working back late. Why do you care? This is the CEO of Phoenix Corporation telling everybody in the facility to evacuate the building. Security staff report in immediately. The security staff are dead. I found them lying dead in the control room. Then I saw a warning about a fire, so I logged in. What happened to them? I killed them, and I lit the fire. Who the hell are you? Is this a joke? There's no time for this now, visitor. If you're in the control room, then you'll have to coordinate us in escaping. You'll need one of the security codes. Code is RFTS. What? Is this some kind of game to you? Security code confirmed. It worked. Now, you may have a difficult choice coming up, I'm afraid. What does that mean? Our visitor is going to have to choose between keeping me or Steve alive. I trust this won't be a hard decision. Kill that asshole. I'm not dying for him. My job here is done. I'm ready to die. You know who's not gonna die? This guy, because I'm a contrarian. Anyways, we have to do all the paths, so... But yeah, let's see. The fire is growing. You'll be led through how the system works. Hurry up. Alright, click here to move to the next turn. Okay, click switches while a person is next to them. Click arrows to move people. Alright, okay, so that's on now. And then we turn it off. We should put out each other's fires. I think we're all good now. They're gonna be so annoyed at me. The fire's been contained, casualties steep. Why? Why save me? My thoughts exactly. Why did you leave Steve to die? Could only save one of them, and Troy knew the security code. He's the reason I could save anyone. We need to know what else he knows. Ah, now we're thinking. I'm not gonna do anything to save anyone from here on in. Tell me now, how did you know the security code? Visitor, check the bodies of those two security guards. This better not be a trick. Just do it. Fine. Well, that explains that. What did you find? One of the guards is holding a file with the security code. Blue file does contain the security codes. I found the code when I killed them. I thought I'd give you a fighting chance, so I told you the code. You're welcome. Why did you do this? Instead of asking all these questions, why don't you look for a way out? The main room's completely blocked by the rubble. Should be a staircase. Heading up now. Fine, me too. So while we're here, Lionel, could you tell me what the hell it is that this company is set up to do? Gotta drink water. Don't waste your breath, he's not gonna tell you anything. Maybe you'd like to explain then. There's nothing to explain. That's a lie and you know it. You both work here, shouldn't you know what the company does? You'd think. The company mostly buys and sells things in bulk, but there's something dark going on. Like what? Huh? Don't worry just yet. Then why would you say anything? Christina, that's a nice name. It's your mother's, correct? What? How could you know that? Answer me, tell me right now. Gosh, dang it. Calculations complete. Fire on floor B2, one casualty unavoidable. Candidates, Christina Troy. How could you know that? How could you know the code? How could you know one of us is going to die? I told you, I lit the fire, I'm behind all of this, I know everything. No, that answer's not good enough. Can we do this later? There's no later, tell me now. Not telling anyone anything, just let me die. Okay, so we want... how do we want to do this? Whoops. I thought that would move you. Do I want to move you? Or do I just keep you up here? Okay, now we should be fine. So now we got these two left. The fire has been contained. Casualties, Christina. Not again. You don't sound too happy for someone who's lucky to be alive. Visitor, tell me, what would it take to get you to kill me? You can't ask someone something like that. You're mad. I've killed all these people, of course I'm mad. You're going to have to choose between saving me or Lionel soon. Promise me you'll save Lionel. But how do you know that? It doesn't matter. All that matters is I'm a monster and I don't deserve to live. It does matter. Of course it matters. I want to know too. Tell me why you did this. There's not enough time. Besides, you won't believe me. You never believe me until it's too late. What the hell is that supposed to mean? It doesn't matter. Just save Lionel. I must concur. Please spare me. Shut up. I want to know what's going on. If I give you answers, will you let me die? If you save me, I'll tell you things Troy doesn't know. I'll tell you what we really do here. Troy, tell me, then you can die. Okay, but I'll have to be quick. The truth is, I've been here before. What is that supposed to mean? Alright, you tell me what's going on, buddy. So this is how it goes, is it? I don't know how much longer I could do this. What are you talking about? What were you saying before the chat cut out? And while we're at it, how do you know everything? And why did you light the fire? There's nothing I can do now. I may as well tell you what I know. First things first, the reason I lit the fire... I didn't. What? That makes no sense. I don't know who really did it, though. I don't know who killed the security guards, either. While we're at it, I have no idea what they do here at this company. You're full of crap. How did you know all that stuff then? How did you know the security code? You're probably not going to believe this. No, I know you're not going to believe this. I knew the security code because I heard you read it out. You know that makes no sense. You told me it before I ever read it. This time I did. This time? What the hell do you mean this time? I've been here before. I've been here 5 times before. The first time I was in my office doing my work when suddenly the fire alarms went off. I went on the chat to find out what was happening, and Lionel explained you'd need a security code to save anyone. We all scrambled around looking for a blue file before you finally found one. That's when I found out about the code. Then you had to make decisions. Steve died, Christina died, Lionel died. I was the only one left. I had to keep going. I found a room called the Tempest Entrance. I went inside and there was a bright light, and suddenly... well, you won't believe this bit. Suddenly I was back before the fire, sitting in my office. What? I don't know how, but I traveled through time. I was so glad to hear you all alive, but none of you remembered what had happened. You all thought I was insane. But, just like this time, because I knew the code, you thought I could save everyone. So once again, Steve died, then Christina, then Lionel. I got to the end back to the Tempest Entrance, and it happened again, and again, and again. 5 times it's happened. That's a lot to take in. I'm not sure I believe you. If that's true, why did you say you were the arsonist? 'Cause I just want to die. 5 times now I've watched them all die just so I can live. And for what? So I can go back and watch them die again? I wanted you to think I was evil. Who would save a murderer over an innocent life? Me, apparently. None of my plans to save the others have worked, not one. I'm just tired. So now what? I've checked everywhere, all the doors are locked, just like last time. I have no choice, I have to go back to the start. Wait, you don't have to, the fire's contained now. If you just wait there, someone will come and find you. No, I can't let the loop end. I can't let the loop end until someone else survives. I've been through too much, I'm ready to die. Whoever makes it out of this building should want to live. But if you go back, what happens to me? What happens to this world once you go? I have no idea. Does that mean there are now 5 worlds out there, in space or time or wherever, where you've just disappeared and everyone else is dead? When you put it like that, I guess you're right. But how is that possible? My guess is as good as yours. I'm outside the Tempest entrance now, this is it. I guess so. I'll see you again soon, just... you won't see me. I still can't wrap my head around this at all. Goodbye. Goodbye. Alright, that's ending 1. Yeah, though, this game was fun. I'm glad I did play it like a really long time ago. When I saw Rock Lee Smile play it. And then YouTube recommended me the same Rock Lee Smile video, and I thought, hey, why not? Not again. Alright, time to kill Troy a bunch of times. Alright, now we save this guy. Ah, excellent. You've made the right decision. I'm not so sure there was a right decision. Now, you made a promise. Very well, a deal's a deal. What do you want to know? I want to know what Christina was talking about. What's going on in this company? Christina herself has no idea what we do here. She's right about one thing, though. Here at Phoenix Corporation, we buy and sell large stocks of cheap products just to keep the books looking busy. It's a front. Our true interest here is time travel. Time travel? That is indeed what I said. And you expect me to believe that? I don't care what you believe. You asked for the truth, and here it is. Now, if you'll let me continue. We in fact have a fully functional time machine in this facility, but the time machine we have constructed doesn't quite work like the ones you might see in the movies. As in, it does nothing because time travel isn't real. If you're not gonna listen, I don't see why you bothered saving me. No, our time travel doesn't affect physical objects. Well, that doesn't sound very useful. What can it do? It can carry a person's consciousness through time. Consciousness? Their thoughts, their personality, their likes and dislikes, their experiences, and their memories. Our machine can carry those things through time. You know, I don't believe a word of this. It's your own loss. So if I was to hop in this machine and go an hour into the future, what would actually happen? Your consciousness would leave your body, and effectively you would die. Die? At first, then after an hour, your consciousness would re-enter your body, and you would come back to life, not even realizing an hour had passed. That's impossible! We've done it successfully. People, birds, dogs, anything with a brain. But what use is that sort of time travel? Your body would start to decompose. That is true. We're still experimenting with methods of preserving the body. Currently, freezing seems promising. But this is not where our interest lies. Can visit distant eras, but they can only live for the 80 years their body dictates. What if one was to travel backwards? Exactly, they would retain their memories and experiences, but they would have a younger body. Unless they were in an accident and died instantly, they could live forever. Whoa! Whoa! Yes, with our machine no one has to die. That would be huge. We believe so. What's that supposed to mean? Our test traveling forward had gone exactly to plan. However, in our test, things didn't work quite so well going backwards. Our human test subject entered the machine. We activated it. Consciousness left her body and... she died. That's terrible. What went wrong? We've dedicated every resource we have available to discovering the cause of this problem. We think the machine may have worked. It is an incredibly complicated concept, but I will explain it to you. First, though, you have to do something for me. I'm in the Tempest room, come meet me here. Guess I have no choice now, I have to go find you. Interesting. So I wonder if that's the lady. Okay, I guess I can skip this. We're saving you this time. Sorry, buddy. Wait, does this work? Oh right, I can turn it off with her. I was like, won't the water drown ya? But that's not how it works. Anyways, yay, now she lives. Well, I guess he finally got what he wanted. Good, the man was a maniac. And he killed 4 people. It'll be 6 if you don't get out of here soon. Alright, I found the stairs. Me too? I didn't mean to be so callous before, it's just this will severely impact our operations. What do you mean? Troy probably wanted to stop Phoenix from doing whatever messed up things you do here. I suppose that makes sense. No, impossible. Our business here is strictly confidential. Does that sound like a slip of the tongue to you, visitor? 2 casualties unavoidable. No. So neither of us is going to live. I'm afraid not. Guess that's fairest, isn't it? What? Well, why would we deserve to live when Steve and Troy had to die? Because Troy was a murderer. And what about Steve? Well, either way, goodbye. 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 Oh yeah, I don't think there's any way to save both of them. Rip. So you really needed him to continue there. Oh, interesting. This path also ends there, so it looks like there's a couple bad ends. Alright, this time we're saving the basic boy. Oh. Rip Troy. Whew, that was tense for a bit. Glad that's over. How can you talk like that when someone just died? He had this coming. He tried to kill us. Really? I'm pretty sure he just saved you. Not his best decision. Wow! What a thing to say. Oh, haha. So you two know each other. Yep, me and Steve have had the misfortune of working together for the last few years. Tell me about it, Chris. Don't you wish you'd gotten to work in Troy's department instead? Shouldn't you two be looking for a way out? We're not all old like you. We can walk and type, thank you very much. The main hallway is completely destroyed by fire. I can't get through. Having the same problem. Our visitor's being very quiet. What's your story? Me, I don't work here. I was just making a delivery. A delivery? Let me guess. Tires? Pop-up books? No, stationery. Those were some strange guesses, though. No, it's a great question. What do we do here, Lionel? I know you got the message, Lionel. Forget it. I wasn't expecting an answer anyway. To be honest, no one really knows what Phoenix Corporation does. Company buys random items, toilet seats, guitars, you name it, in bulk, and sells it all off for next to no profit. We're almost certain it's a front. But it pays well, so we stay here. Well, Christina works here because nowhere else wants her. How about you shut up? How have these two not killed each other yet? I want to know about the cockatiels. Cockatiels. Oh, the cockatiel story. For nearly a year, we'd be constantly getting in shipments of live cockatiels by the thousands. God knows how many birds they bought. But the cockatiels were never seen again. No one knows what was done with them, but it's an animal rights issue. Whoa, that is weird. What was going on, Lionel? You're buying cockatiels looking for a phoenix. I don't get it. You don't have to get it. Joker cigarette moment. That didn't even answer the question. Has anyone found anything interesting on the second floor? Nothing much. Shouldn't you guys know your way around? Truth be told, I rarely visit myself. Know very little about this layout. I was just dealing with some financial business, nothing that could have encouraged arson. Gosh dang it, not again. Either Lionel or Steve is going to die. As a CEO of this corporation, I must request that you save me. Don't you dare, please say Steve. I don't know why the fire was started, but you can be sure Lionel's responsible in some way. But Steve's done nothing wrong. It's great to hear you sticking up for me for once, Chris, but our visitors already saved me once. Their choice what they do this time around. Visitor, my life is in your hands. Make the right decision, save me. You'll be well compensated. This isn't about money, you asshole. Shut up, both of you. It's getting hot in here. This is up to our visitor. We're saving our boy. You made the right decision. I'll make sure you won't regret it. Sorry, Christina, I could only save one of them. Christina? Okay, that's alright. I don't expect you to talk to me after what I've done. How are we gonna get out of here with one of us not playing along? Sure, she's still trying to get out of here. She just has a lot to deal with. Christina, just so you know, I understand this must be awful for you. I really am sorry. Don't beat yourself up about it. You did the right thing. Uh-oh. 2 casualties unavoidable. No, that means we're both going to die. It's over. We've reached our ends. No, you can't both die. There's no other option. I'm afraid this is it. Good. I'd rather die than live in a world with people like you two. Christina, Lionel, I'm sorry I let you guys down. It's alright, there's nothing you could have done. You could have saved Steve instead of me. Broken record. Now's not the time to squabble. Goodbye, both of you. Just because you're about to die doesn't mean you're a saint. I hope you both burn in hell. Christina, don't do this. Don't waste your final moments like this. Give me one reason why I shouldn't. Bad end. You know, now that I think about it, that game I played, Changed, is probably influenced by this. Anyways, let's save Steve, I guess, if we have to. Cringe. Get drowned, idiot. Shoulda brought a scuba gear. Good. Now who's being insensitive? That was the head of our company, Chris. And you chose me over him, visitor? Don't ask me to explain my choices. It makes me sick thinking about what I just had to do. How do you think I feel? I didn't get a choice. What if I wanted to die, to save Lionel? As if you would ever sacrifice yourself for anyone. And you would? No, but at least I'm upfront about it. Oh, I found a set of stairs. I'm gonna head on up. Already on the next floor, I just didn't bother saying anything about it. That's a great story. These two are the best. Do you think we get paid overtime for this crap? I don't know. It barely matters though. Time and a half of what we make is still next to nothing. Maybe Troy set the fire because he was angry about all the wage cuts recently. God, do you have any clue? Wait until we get out of here before you start making jokes about the deceased. Hey, I could be right for all you know. The guy was whack. It wouldn't take much to send him off. No, just stop. I mean it. You know, speaking of the deceased, I've been so wrapped up in working with you guys, I almost forgot I'm in a room with 2 dead bodies. Whoa, I'd forgotten too. That's awful. What can you find out about them? Guess I should probably search them, huh? I really don't want to, though. Ah, good luck. You must have a stronger stomach than me. Okay, I'll go look now. Back, I found a blue file. The security code, the one that Troy gave us. Wait, really? Why are you surprised, Chris? It would explain how Troy could tell us the code. Why would he give us the code anyway? What does he get out of it? I don't get it either. Why shoot 2 people, set a building on fire, and then try to play the hero? It makes no sense to me. Why don't we ask him? Oh, whoops. No, it's not funny. Hey, simple mistake. Chris? Chris? You sure managed to get yourself ignored a lot. I wasn't that fussed on talking to her anyway. You too. No. No, no. Chris. I thought I was gonna make it. There's only 1 more floor to ground level. You're getting out of here, Chris. There's no way I'm letting you die. Don't you dare. Don't you even think about it. You're not sacrificing yourself for me. Chris, you know I don't mean any of the shit I say, right? Of course I do. I'm not an idiot. You don't need to die to prove that. Good. Then I'm ready. Steve, no. You don't deserve to die. No one deserves to die, Chris. Especially not you. You're not gonna ignore me now, are you? I just don't know what to say. How about goodbye? Whatever happens, this is the last time we'll ever talk to each other. This isn't how I want things to go. You think I want to die? You don't understand. I'm sorry, you two. If I don't do something now, you'll both die. It's alright, I'm ready now. It'll be like a barbecue. Shut up, you're not gonna die. See, visitor? Our visitor knows what they're doing. They'll save you. Visitor, promise me you'll save him. Promise me. I'm so sorry. I don't want to hear it. If you were sorry, you would have listened to me. I had to make a decision. I don't expect you to be happy with what I've done. Just shut up. This is all a trick. This is a nightmare. You're still here, aren't you, Chris? If you're there, send me a message. You're just ignoring me again, right? Steve, I understand this must be impossible for you right now, but you need to keep moving. And what the hell is the point of that? Christina just died for you. If you don't get out of here, she'll have died for nothing. Sure, I'm gonna get out of here, and it's gonna turn out this has all been some sick joke and Chris will be waiting for me outside alive. I mean, how do I even know it was Chris who was writing those messages, right? Okay, I'm ready. I'm heading up to ground level now. I can't wait to see her again. Alright, just a little further. Oh, there's a desk here with one of those blue files you were talking about on top of it. It's another security code. Another one, but what for? I guess with this you can control more fire doors at a time. Not a lot of use now. Steve, are you still there? Steve? I knew it, I told you. She's alive, Chris is alive. So there was a file next to the one with the security code. When I saw it, I knew I had to read it. It was titled The Phoenix Experiment. Just let me explain. So I didn't get a lot of it, but here's what I understood. So Phoenix Corp had an experiment planned when they were going to buy lots of cockatiels and teach them to say a phrase. But every time they had enough birds, they would randomly decide to increase their sample size. All in all, they bought around 6 million cockatiels. They stopped buying them the day something weird happened. One of the cockatiels they bought already knew the phrase. Weird. Let me finish. So they tagged the special cockatiel and it taught the phrase to all the other cockatiels. What sort of machine works like that? I have no idea. The paper talks very little about the machine itself, and what it does say I don't understand. How does this tell you Christina's alive? I'm sorry, I'm all over the place right now, so here's the thing. The phrase that the birds were taught? It was Christina lives. Steve, are you sure you're feeling alright? I mean it, that's what it says. You can see for yourself when I show Chris. But even if that's true, we still have no idea what that phrase means. What do you mean? Christina lives. It means she's alive. But we don't understand anything. It could mean anything. Steve? Come on, you need to keep in contact. Sorry, no time to type. I've got to find the way out so I can find Chris. See you soon. No, keep talking. Steve, come on. Steve, what the hell have you done? I'm coming to find you. Wow, so now we know the code. So we can probably go for the finish from there. But I'll save Christina, just for fun. No, I'm so sorry. No, it's not fair. Why would you save me? I had to listen to one of you. You don't understand. He never hurt anyone. Neither did you. Yes, I did. Troy and Lionel and Steve, they all died because of me. The security guards, too. Visitor, this is all my fault. I lit the fire. No, you didn't. Troy did. No, he didn't. I don't know what his deal is. Was. I set the fire, then I killed the guards before they could do anything about it. From the start, it was all me. Christina, you know it wasn't really you. It was Troy. If it was Troy, why was he trying to save us all? I don't know. No one does. This isn't how it was meant to go. Steve wasn't meant to be here. The building was meant to be nearly empty. Let's say you did it. What was your motive? I wanted to stop whatever was going on in this building forever. And I wanted to kill Lionel before he ruined anyone else's life too. What did Lionel do? Him and his company, they killed my mother. Bum bum bum. What? My mother used to work at this company. She had the same name as me. Interesting. She never told me much about what they did here. She always just said experiments. But one day she went to work and never came back. We ordered a search, but no one could find her. It was a week before we got a call from the Phoenix Corporation. They told us that they were so sorry and that Mom had died in an experiment. Sorry my ass. They still wouldn't tell us what happened, and then when they sent back her body, her brain was cut out. They cut out her brain so they could experiment. They killed my mother so they could look at her brain. Christina, I'm so sorry. Couldn't let them get away with doing anything like that ever again. So I started working here at the company. Oh, does that mean that the cockatiel was her mom? So I started working here at the company. They knew who I was, but I think they gave me a job to shut me up. Since then, I've spent God knows how long trying to find out what they did to my mother, but I haven't gotten anywhere. When I read that Lionel was going to be visiting, I had to do something. But I thought I had worked out the timing perfectly. Steve wasn't meant to be working overtime. And now he's dead. I killed him. I killed all of them. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Nothing's gonna help. I'll just keep moving through the building, and when I get out I'll be arrested, and I'll finally get what I deserve. Okay. Alright, I'm on the ground floor now. To be honest, I still have no idea where I am. Most of the building is off limits normally. We take elevators down to our workspaces on floor B3 and we never see the rest of the building. What a weird way to do things. It makes sense when you remember they're trying to hide the skeletons in their closet. Oh, there's a blue file. It looks like the one you found on the security guard. It has a different code on it. Maybe this would let you lock more fire doors at a time? What if I'd had that earlier? I don't even want to think about this. I'm going to keep moving. Wait, what if I'm Christina? Hold on a sec. There's a big metal door I need to open. Alright. Okay, I'm through now. There's a sign here. It says Tempest Entrance. What's that? No clue. There's a door here, though. It looks kind of strange. I'm gonna go through. Sure, just tell me what you find. What? No, we were so close. Why would it drop out now? Christina! Christina, I'm coming to find you. Lionel, what the hell is going on here? I went to the Tempest room like you told me to. Now I'm back here in the control room. Wait. What? How did I end up here? Chris, you're alive. I knew you were alive. Steve, I thought you were dead. Me? You guys, you remember. You finally remember. Troy, this probably supposed to be is there. This is all just some trick of yours, isn't it? No, I have no idea what's going on. You think I'm gonna believe that after you lit this fire? I didn't light the fire. You don't just get to change your story now. Steve, he's telling the truth. What do you mean? Amazing, I knew this would happen sometime somewhere, but I never thought I'd be the one to witness it. You know what's going on here? Yes, but for now there are more pressing matters. Does anyone here have one of the security codes? I already told you mine, RFTS. I found a blue file which had IRHH. Found one which said soy. Perfect, visitor. I confess that just before I cut out last time we spoke, I found a file containing the code EMOS. Now quickly, enter all the codes. Alright. 4 codes received, full access granted. Full access? You can now lock 4 fire doors at a time instead of just 1. Lionel, tell us what the hell is going on here already. Why is everyone alive? There's no way I would have enough time for that now. No casualties expected. No one has to die! It's the name of the game! My favorite part. Yes, now that we have the security codes, we're all safe. Let's get out of here. Fire has been contained. Fantastic, we're all still alive. Great, but you still owe us all an explanation. How is everybody alive again? How did I end up back where I was when the fire started? Why aren't these rooms fire damaged anymore? Visitor, do you remember what I told you before? Yeah, you invented a time machine. Impossible. Well, it's a bit different to a time machine, I guess. It carries your thoughts and memories through time instead of your body. Correct so far. It works going forward, but going backwards. Going backwards, you killed someone. They never returned to their body. That is the story as I told it. The person you murdered was my mother, asshole. What? Your mother died of a brain tumor. You told me so. That was a lie. Lionel killed my mother to test some impossible time travel bullshit. So I lit the fire. I lit it to kill Lionel and wreck his corporation, before they ruined any more lives. Chris, I don't believe it. I had suspected as much. Christina, your mother is not dead. What do you mean by that? I've seen her body. You took her brain. Lionel answers. Your mother is not dead. This is going to be hard to explain. When we sent your mother back in time, she never returned to her body. However, there was not a single fault in our logic. The machine was designed perfectly. The machine is what's in the Tempest room, right? Correct. Anyway, we conducted many experiments and eventually came to one fascinating conclusion. When our subject had traveled forward through time, the future was not set, and so time would bend to accommodate our time traveler. That is, the consciousness traveling through time would remain in its own timeline. But when traveling backwards, things were not so simple. The consciousness would become lost in the mess that is time-space. It would find a host, one which owned the consciousness, and one which existed at the time it had been sent back to. But it would not always find its host in its own universe. You lost me. Our research would suggest that there are a nearly infinite amount of universes, each nearly identical, with only minute differences between them. So when Christina's mother traveled backwards, she was not alone. Trillions of her, maybe even more, traveled too. They would land randomly into different timelines. Some would land in the same timeline, and one consciousness would override the other. In some timelines, no one would ever know that Christina's mother had even left, or that the consciousness that returned to her body wasn't from their universe. A rare few consciousnesses would land back where they began, but many timelines were left like here. In this universe, no consciousness came back. Because of this, the body remained empty and Christina's mother was effectively dead. But her consciousness lives on in another time. I'm not buying a word of this. But it explains everything. This is why everything kept happening over and over again. This is why we're all here. Yes, it took me a while to figure out, but we have all been brought here by the Tempest. Visitor. You remember a time in which you let everyone die apart from myself, correct? Yeah, then you gave me access to the Tempest room. Well, each of these people remembers a different reality, one where they were the only survivor of the fire. That's right. I had to wait and do nothing while Chris died. I had to wait and do nothing as all of you died. Time and time again. At the end of each of these realities, the survivor entered the Tempest, which had its clock set to the beginning of this disaster as a security measure. Some of us would end up back where we started and no one else would remember. But there would be a few universes like this, where by chance all of us came from 5 different universes into one. That's how we are all here together now, with memories of different features. Whoa. But the chances of that happening would be practically 0. Actually, it was incredibly likely. There are probably hundreds of universes in which the same thing is happening. Nothing about this seems incredibly likely, but it is the truth. Hey guys, all your paths meet up here, right? They do? Suppose they must. Soon we'll all be able to talk in person. Can't wait to see you again, Chris. I'm so glad you're safe. I can't either, Steve. I can't believe you're alive. You're both alive. Well, hurry up then. I'm already there. Okay, coming through now. I can see you. I'm in. Me too. Hey, has anyone unlocked the door for me so I can come down too? Hello, anyone? Guys, stop talking in person for a second. Look at your messages, damn it. Difficult. Now what do I do? Visitor? Christina, can you ask Lionel to open the door for me? No, sorry, I don't think I'll have the chance to. Is something wrong? Where are you? I stepped out for a moment. I'm at the Tempest entrance. I haven't been entirely upfront with all of you. What do you mean? I've been here before. Weren't you listening to Lionel? We've all been here before. No, I've been here before, to a timeline like this one where we've all managed to survive. Except things went a little differently that time. For instance, I asked Lionel where the controls for the Tempest machine were. He told me they were on floor B2 in my section. Explained that the machine can't send consciousnesses back before the first time it was turned on, which was when my mother was sent back through time. So I hopped back to the Tempest machine. This time, I set the time machine back as far as it could go to the moment I lost my mother. I'm going back 3 years to find my mother. This is crazy. What if you just end up in another universe where she disappeared? Then I'll break into here, I'll travel again. What about the people who care about you in this universe? What about Steve? You should know better than anyone what this feels like. You've had to choose one person's happiness over another's time and time again. In the timeline you came from, you even choose to kill me. I wish I could have Steve and my mother both at once, but I don't have that choice. I've spent too long wishing she was with me to turn back now. Besides, in this world I'm a murderer, an arsonist. There's no place for me here. Christina, you're not gonna stop me, are you? No, I'm not. Tell Steve I'm sorry and that I love him. Tell him I hope we meet again somewhere, sometime. But for now, bye. Goodbye, and good luck. Thanks, I think I'll need it. Wow, what a cool game. Let's not delete the file. Wow, that was really good. I like how they ended there too. They don't show what happens after that. Because in this timeline, everyone stays except for Christina. Yeah, interesting game. Person that set the fire. Not admitting it until the very end. Yeah, this game is so cool. It's so, like... I don't know if I'd say it's a minimalist. But I guess in terms of gameplay, it is pretty minimalist. But the story is so interesting. It's almost like a visual novel more than a puzzle game. But it is really cool. And the characters are so good. I really like Steve and Christina's relationship. And this dude is a lot of fun. I think his name's Troy. Yeah, he's Troy, that's Lionel. I also like Lionel a lot. He's such a typical CEO, but he's kind of fun. He's wearing a big safari hat. It also shows like how much you can do with very little art assets. It's just like a few character portraits and some text boxes. But yeah, definitely one of the best Flash games ever made. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed playing it. And if you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.